Hi class, I am back with you today so that we can read another book about a penguin. And the story that I've got for you today is called Pierre the Penguin, a True Story. And this book is kind of interesting. It is actually a non-fiction book, which means that it is about something that really truly happened. It's really about a penguin named Pierre. But as you look through this book, it looks like a fiction book, but it's not. It's nonfiction and it's told as a story. Okay, so you're not going to see real photographs in here. You're going to see drawings like we always see in stories. So our I can statement today for our learning objective is I can identify the characters in a story. So I want you to be thinking about who is the character in this book, Pierre the Penguin. And if you need a reminder, character is the animals, the people, or the things a story is about, okay? So we're gonna be looking for the animals, the people, or the things that this story is all about, and that's the character. Let me go ahead and read this to you, and I want you to be thinking about that because I'm gonna ask you at the end who it is. Pierre the Penguin, a True Story, written by Jean Marzallo and illustrated by Laura Reagan. This is the true story of Pierre, a small penguin in a big museum. It is also about the people at the California Academy of Sciences who work together to help him through a hard time. Down at the end of African Hall, past statues of animals big and small, there is an aquarium wide and tall with real live penguins, 20 in all. African penguins don't like ice. For them, a warmer place is nice. Do you hear that? Not all penguins like it in the cold. Not all penguins live in the snow. There are African penguins that like it where it's warm. They don't like ice. Pierre is an African penguin. Here comes Pam with fish in her pail. The penguins are fed twice a day without fail. Pam enters the tank through the sky-painted wall. A hidden door there leads out to a hall. Some of the penguins look just the same. Wing bands help Pam call the birds by name. One day, aquatic biologist Pam, observing the penguins, saw one in a jam. Gently, gently, she examined Pierre. His feathers were gone. His bottom was bare. Pierre was afraid to go for a swim. He'd get too cold if he dived right in. How can I help you? What can I do? Pam had ideas and tried the first two. She tried a heater and the vet prescribed pills, but nothing worked. Pierre shivered still. The other penguins grew afraid of Pierre. He looked so strange that he gave them a scare. They brayed at him as he shivered on shore. They made him feel worse than he felt before. One rainy day, biologist Pam came up with a new idea. Shazam! My dog wears a raincoat, she told the vet. Could Pierre wear a wetsuit? The vet said, you bet. Pam and a friend worked day and night to make a pattern that fit just right. Then a wetsuit was made of neoprene, the tiniest one you've ever seen. Carefully, Pam put on Pierre a wetsuit a featherless penguin could wear. Do you see him in his new wetsuit? Standing on a rock in his new wetsuit, Pierre the Penguin looked mighty cute. He felt nice and warm and he wanted to swim. So what did he do? He dived right in. Splash. Whee! Now Pierre stood proud and tall, and nobody brayed at him at all. 6 weeks went by, and then a surprise. Pam could hardly believe her eyes. Not only was Pierre no longer cold, he had new feathers. Observe and behold. Now warm in water, now warm on shore. Guess who didn't need his wetsuit anymore? Pierre made a nest for his very best friend. Their story goes on, thanks to Pam. The end. All right, so there is something I need to ask you about this book. Remember what we talked about? Yes, our learning objective is who is the character in this story. So that's what I need you to tell me. Who is the character in this story, Pierre the Penguin? You're right. Pierre is the character in this story. He's the main character. The whole book is all about him. Now, there was another character in this story. They weren't the main character. Who was that was in the story a lot that helped Pierre? Pam, you're right. She helped him so much. She made him a little wetsuit so that he wouldn't be cold since he lost his feathers. And it helped him. And then he was able to grow those feathers back. All right, friends, I hope you enjoyed this story about Pierre the Penguin. And I hope you've enjoyed learning about penguins this week. Bye, friends.